Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome all the attendees of this session. It's now time to introduce the speaker of the day. Dr. Amol Sharma is highly skilled transportation and GIS specialist who offer vast knowledge in dynamic work environment. Professional expertise including transportation management, traffic engineering, cartography, hyperspectral image processing, artificial intelligence based modeling, database management, and preparing graphic, visual, and presentation. Now, I would like also welcome Navleen Kumar, assistant professor in the field of mechanical engineering with over 20 years of teaching experience. His vast knowledge and expertise will surely pave the path of attendees, offering valuable information on the wide range of research opportunities, internships, and study abroad program in the field of science. Before we proceed further in today's session, I would like to welcome all the attendees. And if you have any doubts or any questions, you can write them in the chat box and I will try to address them. Now, I would like to hand over things to Dr. Anmol. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Uh, Today, I'll be discussing some transportation engineering, including some urban transit networks, considering their alternatives and some policy issues. So, to start with, the transportation engineering is a domain which deals with the mobility of persons from one place to another. Now, mobility can be defined from a longer distance perspective. That is, it can be an interstate movement, or it can be defined in terms of urbanized settings. That means movement inside an urbanized area, a city, or even a smaller town. So, in that particular urban setting, the transit operation systems are a complex systems which are designed to efficiently manage and operate public transportation services, for example, buses, trains, subways, and trams. Now, we have to be very specific that whenever we are talking about the urbanized transit systems, these systems should involve various operational elements eventually that work together to ensure smooth and reliable transportation for passengers. So today's webinar will focus on those urban movements which are happening inside the city only, and the transit systems and the policies which define and which manage the operational characteristic of such movements. For the picture in this slide shows various urbanized areas in which there are very similar travel patterns from one place to another. But all these areas lies within an urbanized domain of a particular city. So, capturing and analyzing the moments from one place to another is very important aspect, as the day-to-day life of the people working in this city as well as the economic growth of the city eventually depends upon the efficiency of urban transit network present in this city. Now, for this particular purpose, we provide public transportation networks. A public transport network, also known as public transit, mass transit, or in simple terms, transportation system, is built for passengers so that they can travel individually or in group, and is available to the general public, unlike private transportation. So public transport is open to all the members of the society. It is built in order to cater the needs of or transportation needs of all the passengers commuting inside that urbanized area. And these networks typically manage or run on a fixed schedule, operating on established routes, and a very nominal charge is generally paid for each trip. Now, this is the basic definition of public transportation. By virtue of this, might be able to understand the various types of urbanized networks or urbanized modes of transportation available to a common urban person who travels, who commutes to work, who goes to school, or who does a trip every day. Now, when we collectively use all these transport networks and a group or a number of people are using them every day, then collectively we call them as mass rapid transit systems. So these systems refers to high capacity public transportation systems which are designed in a way to accommodate or to move large number of people rapidly from one place to another within an urbanized setting. These systems now will define them as MRTS system. So these MRTS system, mass rapid transit systems, includes trains, other rail-based modes of transportation, and are also known for their speed, frequency, and efficiency in handling urban mobility challenges. So mass rapid transit systems are those systems which carries the masses, which carries a majority chunk of the population to their desired destinations. So there are various type of mass rapid transit systems. The basic form of public transit we know. So today we'll discuss about some of the innovative or some of the futuristic trends that are building in these urbanized setting. A very common type of urban transit is through buses. But nowadays, due to increase in the passenger frequency as well as volume, the bus system or bus transit system is being incorporated into a bus rapid transit system. So let us now understand what a BRT or bus rapid transit system is. So BRT is a high quality bus based transit system which delivers fast, comfortable, and cost effective services at metro level capacities. It does this through the provision of dedicated lanes with busways and iconic stations typically aligned to the center of the road, which features off-board fare collection and fast and frequent operations. Now, this figure shows a typical BRT system. Let us try to understand it, what this system is. So a BRT system is different from a typical public transit bus system operating inside a city or an urbanized area in which specific lanes are provided for the movement of buses. And the onboarding and offboarding of passengers happens at dedicated bus stops, which are provided at level to the bus operations. In this way, the buses can reach their destination within the stipulated time and they don't have to mix with the flow traffic conditions in the other lanes. In this figure, we can see that other lanes are quite congested, especially during the peak hours, the morning peak hours, the evening peak hours. There is a huge influx of traffic. People are going to their destination. People are going to school, colleges, as well as their workplaces. So at that time, the people who are using the buses as transit modes, they are given the priority. The priority of lanes is given to them so that we encourage more people to travel through public transit networks. Now, such a system in India is implemented in Delhi. The features of this systems is it has a dedicated right of way. A right of way, that means a separate lane is provided for buses and it is not allowed to mix with the other traffic conditions or traffic streams. The bus alignment aligns with the center of the roads in which the corridor is kept separate for the buses. The next characteristic of BRT system is off-board fare collection. That means in typical buses, we get on the bus and get our ticket. But in BRT system, you initially collect or board the bus after your ticket is commenced and the fare is paid. So this is another characteristic of a BRT system. Then some intersection treatments are given or are done. For example, in this intersection, a separate way is provided for the buses too. So in this intersection, the buses will easily cross the traffic light, whereas the private ownership vehicles, it will take time as compared to the bus systems. Then they have platform level boarding. We discussed that a separate boarding of the buses through bus stands that are provided at grade is provided. I told you such a system was implemented in Delhi in 2004. It is a successful system in which the Delhi BRT network took comfortable and affordable uh, segregation of bus traffic, and a separate lane for these buses was provided. So eventually, new low-rise buses were bought by the government, and this is starting to operate inside the city with dedicated lanes. Now, there are some deficiencies was related to the case of Delhi BRT system. The first problem that they faced in policy making is that the width of the road was constant. As the BRT system was implemented, the width was not expanded, but the same width was utilized for the BRT lane as well. Due to which what happened? It resulted in excessive traffic jams in other lanes of that same road. As you can see in this picture also, that BRT lanes were empty or they were occupied by buses. But the other lanes in which the people were traveling, they got over congested due to decrease in the width of the road. So due to this factor, as well as some other factors, the Delhi BRT system is not considered to be so much successful. And that is why the introduction of metro transit was done in Delhi. So now we'll move forward to that rail transit. So after the failure or after the unsuccessful run of the BRT system, the next system that implemented in Delhi was urban rail transit. Urban transit rail, also known as mass rapid transit or heavy rail, or in general term metro train, it is a type of high capacity public transport generally found in urbanized area. That means a metro also runs inside a city premises only. It does not serve intercity travel. That means it generally takes people from one place to another inside the city. This system primarily or traditionally runs on the surface, and it can be over the ground or under the ground also. Now, in India, after the development of Delhi Metro, various other cities like Lucknow Metro, Jaipur Metro, Hyderabad Metro, Bangalore Metro, they on Chennai Metro also. So they also, uh, similar to the development of Delhi Metro, these city also saw an urbanization and mass rapid transit introduction in terms of metros. So let us take an example and see the general characteristics of Delhi Metro. A Delhi Metro operates in 10 color coded lines, as we can see in this diagram. Each coded line runs from a specific origin to a destination, covering various stations at quite a high frequency and quite a high speed. The network operates at around 348 kilometers and it serves around 255 metro stations. Now, this is by far the largest and busiest metro rail system in India and second oldest after the Kolkata Metro. Delhi Metro in daily covers around 2,700 trips and starts around 5:30 in the morning and ends around 11:30 at 12 at night. So introduction of this mass rapid transit system in Delhi eased the movement of people as well as transport of or inside that urbanized area. Now, the next urbanized setting or urban rail transit network is known as suburban railway. Let us understand what is a suburban railway network. It is a passenger transport service that operates within a metropolitan area, connecting the commuters to a central city to adjoining suburbs and adjoining towns. An example of such kind of system is the Mumbai Suburban Railway. Obviously, the Mumbai Suburban Railway is an older transit network which operates at various stations covering a total kilometer length of 290 and operates at around 2,342 train services, carries more than 7.5 million. That means 75 lakhs commuter daily. So it is the largest urbanized transport network in the world. And it carries the maximum passengers that is carried by any other city. The daily commuters constitutes about 40% of the Indian railways with annual ridership of around 2.64 billion. An example of or a picture of the Mumbai Suburban Railway can be seen here. Two major lines, one starting from Christchurch going up to southern part of Delhi and other red line which operates around these routes are the key two lines of the Mumbai suburban railway system. Now these are both metro as well as suburban Mumbai railway system are high capacity railway systems. There can be a case of a medium capacity railway system, which basically depends on the size of the city. If the size of the city is not as large as Mumbai or Delhi, we generally opt for a medium or light capacity rail system. Let's see some of the features of this medium capacity system and see in which Indian city it is currently operating or it is planning to operate. So an MCS or medium capacity system is a light metro which operates on a rail but is less typical than a heavy rail transit system. These generally constitutes of 1 to 4 cars, whereas a metro constitutes of around 12 to 16 cars or 12 to 16 bogies in other terms. And these use light rails to transport. An example of kind of a system can be seen in Gurgaon. So Gurgaon rapid metro system is connects the commercial areas of Gurgaon to the main Delhi metro system. So Gurgaon, especially the cyber city area of the Gurgaon, the industrial IT hub of Gurgaon, the rapid metro or the DLF rapid metro, it runs along this phase only. This light rapid metro meets with the Sikandarpur station of the Delhi Metro. And this is a small light metro train which serves the commute inside this sector only, inside a small urbanized sector like a cyber city or like an industrial area or like a silicon area. All these are connected through this light rail transit. Obviously, the capacity of light rail is smaller. The number of bogies attached are smaller. And sometimes this is operated at higher frequencies as compared to a metro system. So a light rail metro on a small urbanized area, Gurgaon Metro is an example of that. There are, after medium layer transit, there are some LRT systems as well, light rail transit systems as well, which operates between rapid, medium, and high rapid transit systems. Currently, India is planning to open its first rail transit system in Srinagar, city of Jammu and Kashmir. The project has almost 12 stations and approximate cost of 6,000 crore is expected, and it is expected to run its first phase in 2000 by the end of this year only, 2024 by end, it will start. So a light rail transit system is smaller version of a metro which operates as less number of stations. So the proposed Srinagar metro has lesser number of stations and lesser number of metros will be operated, or lesser number of bogies will be operated there. But why it was necessary? It was necessary to for the development of tourism as well as commercialization of the Srinagar area and the Srinagar city. As you provide these rapid transit system, the people will also feel comfortable. The people will also feel that the development of this area has been undertaken. So light rail transit, Srinagar metro, we will all see this to be commenced by the end of this year. The lighter version or the last version of rapid rail is called a monorail. A monorail is a even smaller version of a metro or a light rail, where the mono represents one rail only. All metros, medium transits, light rails, they operate on two rails, but a monorail operates on a single rail only, because of which its size is subsequently smaller and is particularly beneficial for that area where the building of double rails is not possible due to space constraints. Example, tighter areas of Mumbai city, inside which it was not possible to construct a full-fledged metro system. In those areas, the monorail system is found to be successful because it requires lesser space to construct as compared to a metro link. So, Mumbai monorail project was implemented as a plan of major public transportation in this area. It runs from Chembur to Sant Garaj Maharaj Chowk, and currently phase 1 is open to public in 2014. Let me show you. A single lane or a single purple line of this monorail inaugurated in 2014 is currently working, and it was not expanded to other parts, but is currently working in this single purple line only. It is a smaller version of a metro, and it operates on a single rail system rather than a double operated rail. So monorail particularly beneficial for those areas where the cost as well as the space constraints are there and follows lesser number of routes as compared to a metro system. Finally, the last type of rail, we'll talk about the regional rail also. We have talked about all railway services inside a city. The final example I'll give is a rapid transit system which operates between two cities. An example of such is the Mumbai or Delhi Meerut regional rapid rail system. Now, we have to be careful in understanding the difference between a regional rapid rail transit and a journal train. An RRTS system or regional rapid rail system as being first operated in India between Delhi and Meerut region. So this is an 82-kilometer stretch of road and which operates at long semi-high rail corridor currently under construction, which will connect Delhi, Ghaziabad and Meerut. Sir. Now, it is one of the three rapid rail corridors planned under phase 1. I'll tell you what is the important characteristic of this. The Delhi Metro or Delhi Meerut regional rapid transit system runs between two cities, Delhi and Meerut. It is not an urbanized transport, but a transport which operates between two cities which are nearby each other. Nearby each other means that a lot of people from Meerut every day used to travel to Delhi. And they had to take some local trains. They have to take some long end trains to reach from Delhi to or Meerut to Delhi in the morning and eventually in the evening from Delhi to Meerut. So for such people, a special type of regional rail transit system was developed. Eventually, it used to take around 2.5 hours to 3 hours for the operation of any train from Meerut to Delhi. The introduction of regional rapid train decreased this travel time to around 60 minutes. That means 1 hour in as compared to 2.5 hours. And it included 24 stations, 2 depots only. So it is a rail rapid transit system, urbanized transit system built to facilitate uh, the movement between two cities in which frequent travel is there by the people of one city to the other. That means a lot of commercial economic activity happens between these two. The last type and the slowest type of rapid or transit system is a tram. So tram is one of the oldest working systems started in India in Kolkata. The Kolkata tram system was one of the oldest systems developed in India. It started operating in 1902 and is the second oldest electric tramway in India. It initially had 37 lines, which is currently decreased. The tram system is a system which runs alongside the road. That means that cars are also moving alongside the road and other transit trams are also moving alongside the roads. They share the same right of way. There is no separate right of way provided. Hence, the speed of the trams is also very less as compared to speed of other rail transit systems. So one of the oldest systems currently still operated in India are the tram systems. Now, I'll just finish off by comparing the characteristic of all these rapid systems. The characteristics are based in terms of their speed, capacity. Eventually, it will depend on the frequency of stations and stops, the right of way, and whether they are rail based or not. We know that one of the highest capacity urban transit systems are the metro and Mumbai Suburban Railway. Both of these systems, also known as heavy rail transit systems, operates with maximum capacity. That means the passengers carried per day is maximum for these two kinds of transit systems. Whereas the number of stops or the frequency of these are also from medium to high. In comparison to these, the bus rapid and the light rapid transit systems operates at a lower capacity, like a monorail. Monorail has a medium capacity, light rail has medium to low capacity. So these transit systems have medium speed and medium capacities. The frequency of stops is also less as compared to the metro or suburban type of systems, and the right of way can be partial or full. That means they can operate on their own paths and sometimes they share the paths with other railway network. Eventually, all transit systems that are being built in India or anywhere in the world, the major consideration that we have to do is the cost. The cost consideration decides that what kind of a system we have to implement in what kind of a city. So the cost of construction and operation amongst all the mass rapid transit system, the metro transit system has the highest cost of construction as well as for operation. Whereas the Mumbai suburban light metro rails, these can have a medium to low cost of building and operation. So in transportation, we always have to consider the cost benefit ratio. What kind of facility we are providing to the general public? Will they be able to afford that or not? And eventually, if they will be able to afford, will we benefit or the government will benefit from that scheme, so that it can extend such systems in other areas as well? So all these considerations have to be done. The economic considerations, the cost benefit analysis have to be carried out before we decide that what kind of system we have to implement in what kind of a city. Before I sign off, I'll tell you that a new system of metro is being proposed in Chandigarh. It was due for some time. So it will commence in 2027. That phase will take about 5 years. So it will be one of the finest built metro operating systems in the world. If you find time to visit the construction as well as the operation of these light and heavy rail transits, I urge all of you to do this. With this, I stop here with my presentation and open to any questions regarding all this transit system as well. Thank you.
Thank
Ma'am.
you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and expertise with us. Now, I would request Dr. Loveleen to be on screen. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. uh, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, sir.
Right, ma'am. Uh, Dr. Sharma has delivered an informative presentation on urban transportation, very enlightened presentation. Furthermore, if I'm going to discuss about, I'm going to share my screen. So please, will you please stop sharing?
Dr.
Amol, sir, please
Amol, sir.
stop.
Yeah. Oh, just a second, just a second, sir.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Dr. Loveleen.
Yeah, I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Ma'am. Okay. So if I talk about regarding the LPU rankings and accreditations and approvals, so very first I'm going to talk about the NAC ranking. NAC, if I talk about the NAC ranking, in the year 2023, LPU received the highest NAC grade, that is A++, with the score of 3.68 on 4-point scale. What does this mean? That means it is the highest score in first cycle of accreditation amongst all government and private universities. And furthermore, if I go to the this NAC assessment, it basically relies on 7 criteria on which the grading is to be given. Very first is curriculum aspect, teaching, learning and evaluation, research, innovation and extension, infrastructure and learning, student support and progress, governance, leadership and management. Furthermore, institutional value and best practices. So on the basis of these parameters, NAC evaluate any institute or any university and give the grading. And on the basis of these, after evaluation, we got the highest, you can say, NAC grade in the first cycle. Another accreditation we have. Another accreditation we have the Accreditation Council for Business Schools and Programs, that is ACBSP, and it is accredited. Our management school business programs is being accredited by this accreditation ACBSP and given by USA. And this is being education supporting, celebrating, and rewarding the teaching excellence all through the world. Further, we have approvals like like we have UGC approval, and for the regular programs as well as distance learning programs, both approvals we have. And if I go to the NCTE, that is basically for the education programs like B.Ed, M.Ed programs. So these education programs being accredited by also being approved by NCTE. And if we go other approvals like PCI, that is Pharmacy Council of India, this approval is being required for the pharmacy programs. Council of Architecture, this approval required for the architecture programs. BCI, that is for the law programs like LLB, LLM, like this. And then we have AICTE approval for the distance learning as well as online programs. Then we have ITPI, that is Institute of Town Planners India. This is required for planning programs. And we have also the Indian Association of Physiotherapists. This is for the, we can say, physiotherapy programs like BPT. And then we have Punjab State Council for Agriculture Education. This is being required for the agriculture, that like BSc Honors Agriculture program. Furthermore, we have a membership of that is Association of Indian Universities, International Association of Universities, Institute of International Education. These are the memberships we have in LPU. If I talk about regarding the sports activities in the year 2020, 23, sorry, 21, we have created a history that is out of 13, 12 students of LPU got the medal. One gold medal, one silver, two bronze medals. So we have very excellent sports, you can say, programs also. We have indoor sports stadium, and we have Olympic size swimming pool also. And furthermore, if you go to check it out, just give me a second. If you go to check it out, the this we can say timelines for the this to apply LP Nest, or to apply for the, or to register at LPU. Uh, Online registration is already been started from the 1st of April for April schedule. I'm talking about only April schedule. Previous schedules is over, and slot booking for LP Nest is from 6th April onward. It's already been started. And last day to apply for this, we can say LP Nest. Why I'm talking about LP Nest? Because we have, if I talk about the civil programs only, then total 8 programs we have, like 2 diploma programs, 1 diploma regular civil, second diploma civil lateral entry, and then we have BTech programs like BTech Civil Engineering. We have BTech Civil 2+2, international credit transfer option. We have BTech Civil Engineering lateral entry program. We have BTech Construction Engineering. That is a lateral entry program, especially for L&T diploma holders, and it is a tie-up with the L&T company. Then we have 2 MTech programs. One is MTech Structural Engineering, another one is MTech Construction Engineering. From all these, if I talk about diploma, that is, you can today you can just register and you can book your seat for diploma program. And for the BTech, we have a counseling based program. That means you go for the first, you have to register at our website. I show you how to go with this. Just give me a second. I'm going to share how you can. Yeah, that's it. I hope screen is visible. And over here, we are going to go to the lpu.in. When you go to the lpu.in, there is a different tabs over there about admissions, academics, campus life, placement, research we have. Then you can, if you want to explore more about LPU, then you go to the about, and over here, accreditations, approvals, rankings, all the details you can check it out over here. Like if I click on the ranking, then you can get to know the various rankings we have, like NIRF ranking, world university ranking, the impact ranking, QoS ranking. So various types of rankings you can check it out over here. Like if I go to the NIRF ranking, that is National Institute Ranking Framework. It is a this ranking is given by the Government of India, and you can check it out various rankings over here. So this is the if I go to this ranking, that is the LPU 38 ranking amongst both government and private universities. Very excellent ranking, we can say. And if you go to the QoS ranking, that is QoS ranking is if you go deep into this QoS ranking, QoS World University ranking, these rankings are one of the most prestigious international rankings that assess the performance and popularity of institution worldwide. So if you go to see the QoS ranking, then you can see rank. This is 18th rank in India, and then third rank in India. LPU got this QoS ranking, and then we have 25th rank in India. So based upon various parameters, further you can check it out over here. That is on governance category and on the environment impact category. So various categories on which the QoS ranking is be there. If you want to get to know more about this, you can say about this, how you going to check the details. So very first is apply now button is there. You can click over there. Then our registration page will open. Very initially, you have to register over here with your name, email ID, mobile number. And then when you are going to enter the mobile number, then OTP will automatically will be sent to your mobile number. And then you have to enter the OTP, then state, city, gender, qualification, and the discipline in which you are interested in. Any one candidate is interested in. Then you can scroll down and you get to know the based upon your previous qualification. Then the programs will open over here, and then select and then click on the register now. So if I talk about the diploma program, after register over here, then you directly can book your seat in the diploma civil engineering program. And if you want to go to the BTech program, then after register, you have to apply for LPNest or CUET. Reason being, BTech program in our university, there is a previous qualification, as we know, 12th based non-medical physics, chemistry, math, along with the English subject. We have we are considered along with the your minimum 60 percentage in 12th, and then you have to appear for LPNest or CUET. After qualify LPNest or CUET, you are going to take part in the online counseling based system. After you are going to rank your preferences, then allotment letter will be issued. If I go to show you how you get to know, if you go to the admissions, then you go to the regular programs. And then you can select, suppose I'm going to check it out, the engineering, and then I go for the civil engineering, and then I go for the BTech civil engineering. Over here, you get to know all the relevant details regarding the BTech civil engineering, like eligibility, what is the eligibility criteria for the BTech civil engineering program, and then there is a curriculum over here. In the first year, first semester, that is the autumn term, what subject you are going to study. In the second semester, what subject you are going to study. Likewise, second year, third year, and fourth year. All the details you can see over here. And further, we have a very interesting curriculum. We have means we have introduced engineering minors. We have language electives. We have pathway electives, open minors, training electives. Like suppose I click on the language elective. So over here, you get to know these are the subjects you are going to study if you go for the any of these subjects. If you go to the pathway electives, then if you are interested in the corporate job, then these subjects you are going to study. If you are interested in the government job, then accordingly these subjects you are going to study. If you want to go for further higher studies, then accordingly you are going to study these subjects. This is a very innovative idea to get to know your you are going to study as per your interested pathway. Then we have also open minors. In open minors, if you are interested, suppose you are preparing for UPSC exam along with your BTech civil engineering, then these are the open minors. Like if you are interested to study the subject geography, or you want to study the history, then you can take these subjects along with your regular engineering degree. So you can prepare the UPSC exam also. Similar way, furthermore, we are offering the various types of scholarship categories. Like if you are, suppose on the basis of your 12th class, you got 95% or more marks, then you can get 50% of scholarship benefit. That means with the 50% of scholarship benefit, your fee will be 70,000 rupees per semester. Although the fee will be without scholarship is 1,40,000 rupees, but as you got the marks in 12th is 95% or more than 95%, then you will get the 50% of scholarship benefit. Likewise, if you got JEE percentile more than 95 percentile, then also you get the same 50 percentile scholarship benefit. And then we have another scholarship categories, that is 45%, 40%. So based upon your previous qualification, or based upon your JEE percentile, or based upon the LP Nest exam which you can appear from home, or you can appear at the center. So based upon the performance in the LP Nest, you get the scholarship categories. That is category 1, category 2, or either category 3. So this way you can get the scholarship benefits. Furthermore, if you go to see, check it out, the process for this BTech program, BTech Civil Engineering, then very first is sign up. Then you had to apply for LPRS, that is for eligibility as well as scholarship test. And then you have to book your exam slot as per your convenience. You can book the slot, but make sure you have to book the slot in the same schedule. That is, if I talk about the April schedule, then you have to follow the April schedule. Accordingly, the result will be displayed, and after result will display, you go for the seat allotment and online counseling. After getting the allotment letter, then you can book your seat. And these are the, you can say, timeline for the April schedule. Like over here, the last day to apply and book exam slot is 25th of April. Today is 24th, and that means tomorrow is the last date to book the exam slot. Then you can choose your exam date as per your convenience. That is from 15th April, that has already been over, to 30th April. So between these dates, you can select or choose your exam date, and then exam result will appear, will be displayed or published on 4th of May. After getting your result, you will take part in the counseling process. And the counseling process, you have to rank your seats, and that is from 4th May to 6th of May. The rank, you can shuffle your rank. Suppose BTech Civil Engineering, you want to keep the topmost priority, then you want to go to the BTech Civil Engineering 2+2 international credit transfer. 2+2 international credit transfer means 2 years at LPU and 2 years in the foreign university. Then after getting the degree from the foreign university, the final degree will supposed to be from the foreign university only. So this is the benefit. If anyone is interested to get the degree from the foreign university, this is a very excellent choice. And then the result of allotment you will get on the 8th of May, and then from 8th May to 15th May will be the, you can book your seat by paying 15,000 rupees. You can book the seat. And if you miss these timelines, then it may possible that in the next schedule scholarship may reduce. It may possible. All right. So we give the benefits to CUET applicants also. You can check it out over here. The percentage, sorry, we talk about the percentiles when we give the scholarship. We talk about the percentiles in the CUET exam. So accordingly, the scholarship you can get. So either LPNest, or on the basis of 12th exam marks, or on the basis of your JEE exam marks, or on the basis of CUET, you can get the scholarship. If you want to improve, then LPNest we have. Right. So this is the process in the case of counseling based program. If you are interested in higher studies like master's degree program, then only at the filter stage you go to you go to the graduation, then you go to the engineering, then you can go to this civil engineering. Then these two programs we have, MTech structural engineering and MTech construction engineering. So if you suppose want to go to the structural engineering, then this way, you can get to know all the relevant details. As we know, infrastructure is very highly paced program. This way you can say construction and structural. If you go to the abroad, if you check it out, the if you are really in contact with the news, then you can get to know this is very demanding program, MTech structure or MTech construction program. And then accordingly, this way you get to know all the details over here. What will be the program fees, what will be the curriculum, what subjects you are going to study in the first semester, second semester, like second year. So all the things you can get to know. And department elective means specialization. These are the specialization department is offering. And then program fee for the this you can say MTech program, MTech structural, the program fee along with the scholarship benefits is being mentioned over here. So if you go to the check it out the eligibility, I can show you over here. We consider CUET, GATE, LP NEST. So these three exams, either of these three, you have to qualify. And for the eligibility for the MTech structural program is that 60% aggregate mark you should have in BTech civil engineering or BTech architecture or B planning. So these either of these degrees we consider. If you done BTech civil, then it's okay. If be architecture, then but the percentage should be not less than 60%. So CUET we also consider, and along with this GATE. And similar way, the we are offering on the basis of both GATE as well as CUET also. You can see over here. CUET and GATE we consider along with the LPNS and along with your previous qualification marks. Right. So these are the scholarship criteria. Furthermore, if you go to check it out for this the seat booking criteria for MTech program, in the MTech program there is a no we are not going to conduct any counseling program. This is not a counseling based program. Only you have to register, you have to qualify. Either you qualify CUET, either you qualify LPNest, or you qualify GATE, and then you can after qualify you can directly go to and book your seat for MTech program. And the if I go to the timeline for the April schedule, then its last day to apply and book exam slot is 25th of April. Same over here, the exam for LPNS exam will be conducted between 15th to 30th April, and result will be displayed within 48 working hours. But make sure after qualifying, the last day to get your seat book is 5th May. So on or before 5th May, you have to book your seat for this MTech program. So this is how you can get to know the criteria for this you can say MTech program as well as BTech program. If you want to contact further us, then on our website lpg.in there is a contact us button is there. Then you go to the see. Then you contact us, click on the contact us, and then all the relevant numbers will flash over there. Yes. So this way you get to know this. If you have any admission query, then the number has been there. You can choose any number, this first one or second one. Then WhatsApp chat number also we have. And if you want to mail us, then admissions at the rate, this is plural, admissions at the rate lpu.co.in. For any query, we are there. And furthermore, if any query regarding admissions or regarding any this urban transportation system, which Dr. Sharma sir has been delivered, most welcome. I will happy to resolve your queries. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lavleen, for your guidance on admissions. So as I can see, we have few questions for Dr. Amol.
Yeah,
Can it
sure.
be on screen, sir?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So our first question is, how does civil engineering address the challenges of climate change and its impact?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's a good question. See, uh, climate adaptation currently, which is going on having the Sustainable Development Goal as proposed by the United Nations, the civil engineering domain plays an active role in that. From the manufacturing towards sustainable building practices as well as towards sustainable transportation practices. For example, if we talk about the transportation domain of civil engineering in particular, the urban transportation is responsible for a lot of pollution inside any city, be it Delhi, Mumbai, or any metropolitan city. The problem caused by the vehicular pollution is leading to an enormous increase in CO2 levels. So by adopting to sustainable transportation practices, using hybrid cars, hydrogen-based cars are evolving, electric cars are being evolved, we are trying to curtail that negative impact on the environment through sustainable practices. I think that answers this question.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have one more question. How is civil engineering contributing to a sustainability of urban infrastructure?
In context to urban infrastructure, I would like to add that sustainability in terms of urbanized settings, take an example of green building initiative, that buildings are being developed in order that they are able to curtail the negative impacts of global warming as well as heating up of an urbanized area due to urban heat island effect. Such things can be effectively countered by using sustainable construction materials inside or with the natural cement and concrete that we make. Some sustainable practices of engineering materials are being incorporated, which results in decrease of temperature inside as well as outside the buildings. Further, the green building or green energy rated building concepts revolves around the fact that buildings should be constructed in order to minimize the impact of or negative impact of construction on the environment or the vicinity of that area.
Thank you so much, sir. And as we come to end of this webinar, I want to express my deepest gratitude to our experts for sharing your valuable insights and expertise with us. Your presence, enthusiasm, and active participation have made this experience truly special. Hopefully, all the attendees found this webinar to be valuable and will be able to utilize the information for better decision making regarding your admissions. If anyone wants to access this webinar again, they can visit our website, that is lpu.in, and can be accessed on YouTube also. Stay connected with us for future webinars until we meet again. With permission of our seniors, I would like to sign out for this webinar. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay.